How are you today?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Coach, sorry to shock you out there in the lobby, by the way, when I just decided to get up and walk out there.
I heard you coming.
All right, well, it's good to see you. And you know, I have 3 daughters, and I'm around all these girls' soccer tournaments all the time, and I always think to myself, all these headers and all this pushing and shoving and girls falling, we never think about concussions with girls' soccer. Is it an issue for you?
It's an issue. I mean, we were fortunate this year that we had a mild case of one, but other years it's been a lot worse. So absolutely, it's a very dangerous part of the sport, and the girls are fairly unprotected in terms of shin guards is about it. So, so absolutely, it's an issue.
I'm glad that we're bringing this up because I was thinking about it yesterday. I played soccer all throughout high school, and same thing, like you hit, I mean, it's not even just the ball hitting your head, it's like you hitting heads with other girls accidentally because there's no protection, just the shin guards. So I'm happy to hear it, and little did I know, it's actually the second right behind football, so it's kind of scary. So what are they doing? Is there any strides we're making to protect the girls a little bit better?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest differences I've seen is that there are more and more trainers now actually at games. I remember when I first started, it was really just up to the coach to decide whether or not a player was fit enough to continue. Now there's hardly a game that goes by where there isn't a certified athletic trainer, at least provided by the home team, and I think that's made a lot of difference because coach often isn't really trained to make an educated decision.
But also, you're in the heat of battle. And, if you've got a big game going on and you go, well, she maybe might have send her back in. I mean, did you find that coaches were doing that in particular prior to all this hype about concussions?
Yeah. Very often it was almost left up to the girls. I mean, the coach was going to quickly ask her, are you okay? You feel like going back in? Of course, the girl, if she's a competitor, definitely wants to go back in, unless it's a really bad case. And I think especially the milder cases of concussions are the ones that slip by, not so much the severe cases where you could see the girls groggy or even had lost consciousness possibly. So, but I think having trainers, and I think even now a new directive where, especially in the sport of soccer, the referee is supposed to make the judgment call, and if there's any doubt whatsoever, he's supposed to send the player off the field and not allow that player to return for that game, regardless of what is said on the sideline after the fact.
Coach, 30 seconds, real quick. Amber brings up headers. I was talking about the same thing. Is it heading the soccer ball? Is it head-on-head collisions? Is it falling and hitting the ground? Again, just about 30 seconds, but what causes concussions in girls soccer? Yeah,
I think most of it is either hitting the ground, which often is the result of being knocked off balance when up in the air, or it's a typical elbow to the temple. Goalkeeper could be a foot to the head as she dives down, and that's they seem to suffer probably the most, are goalkeepers that I've found.
Oh, wow.
And then, of course, the heading can probably exacerbate the situation a little bit more as opposed to being the initial cause of it.
Coach, it's a pleasure to talk to you because I'm just glad we're bringing this issue to the people, because I mean the NFL has brought it to the public, and really appreciate you bringing it this morning.